Okay guys, so today we are back once again with the weathering series. Before we get started too much, if you haven't seen the part 1 and part 2 of this series, I highly suggest it. As I'm not going to be doing everything on camera if I have done it in a previous video. For instance, trucks, couplers, things like that. I'm just gonna do it all that off camera. Anyway, so today we are working with this what's it called? Container car. And the other thing we're going to be doing is we're going to actually be working with the containers as well. So we're going to be weathering the containers. I have several over here, and almost all of the container weathering footage will be like time-lapsed. Sped up footage, because it's just going to take way too long if I tried to do it any other way. So, to get started here, we need to decide exactly how much we want this. Do we want this to be kind of rusty? These cars are made out of metal, or, well, obviously it's a plastic replica, but in real life these cars would be made out of metal. So we have to keep in mind we could do like rust stains here and there, which I think I will do one or two of those here and there, but we have to also think about, okay, there is going to be dust getting sprayed up. So the real question is, do we do the dust first or the rust first? That's one of the first questions you have to ask whenever doing things like this. Dust first or rust first? Dust or rust? So, I think we're going to go ahead and do dust first, just because I have been doing dust first. And, well, tell you what I'll do. We're going to take our dark rust. We're going to take our dark rust from Monroe Models weathering powders. Link to these weathering powders will be in the description below, because, well, I'm using them. I'm not sponsored or anything, unfortunately. That would be lit, but and yes, I did say that I'm a teenager. So anyway, so we're gonna get a little bit of rust here, and I think we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're just gonna make a a nice rust stain here. Just work it in. Kind of try to go down with it. Alright, we're going to make another one, about here. Alright, so we got some just a couple of rust spots just here and there. We'll come back with the rust a bit later. So now we're going to take our rusty brown. And, that's the spring out of the coupler. Just popped right out. Alright, well, hopefully that doesn't... Tell you what, I'll put it in this box. Hopefully that doesn't go nowhere. That's important. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take our rusty brown weathering powder. And, well, do what we do best here. Okay, I don't know how well you can really see that, but it definitely made a difference. Oh, I almost dumped over our weathering powders. I almost said weathering powders. That'd be weird. Alright, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and come back with our rust. Except this time we're actually going to grab our new fresh rust, because this is simulating. So let's see if I can accurately describe this. The rust we first put on here and on the other side in two places is there to simulate rust that's been there for a while. This is going to be here to simulate rust that is basically just now been formed. Brand new rust. Kind of mixing in with the old rust. And we're going to go ahead and add another spot right here. Alright. Now on the other side. It's going to add a sense of depth. Just add a little bit of rust to the old rust marks, the original rust marks. Okay, and we're going to go right here, actually. Do a real bad one. Alright. So, now we've got that. Go ahead and cap that rust bottle, powder bottle. We're going to go ahead and take our light rust, and we're going to go ahead and do a couple of different places. Starting on this side, go ahead and take our light rust here and just get some of these things that would be rusty. That is pretty much all I'm going to do, really. I don't want to do too much. And obviously, you're going to have these in here. So you're not going to have to worry about the inside very much unless you're going to run without it. And the other thing is, I'm not 100% sure what to do on the inside yet. I could just do a little bit of, just to, just for the sake of, getting something there, we're going to put, rusty brown. Just for the sake of getting something there, we're going to put some rusty brown there. Alright, so that's going to be it for this car. Everything else I'm going to do on camera, or off camera, so I'm just going to set it aside for now, and while I'm here, I'm just going to start doing some of these. Some of the actual containers. Some of these containers I'm just going to, like, fade. Some of these containers are going to, actually this one in particular, is going to be rather rusty. So I'm just gonna do it, and you can just kind of see how I'm doing it on it, because I'm gonna do this like time lapse style. Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. So I got it done. Well, here's the other one. I just didn't quite have room to fit it on on this car, but yeah, I got it done, and I don't know how well you guys can see this one, but it looks absolutely beautiful. I did a great job on it. Please ignore all of the loud banging. If you hear any loud banging, that's my grandma doing something down in the kitchen. Why it's that dang loud that I can hear it all the way up here, I do not know. Anyway, but it's nice and rusty and everything, and it's really hard to tell. It's either too dark to tell, or the light makes it too bright to tell. I don't know how this is going to come out on camera, but hopefully it's pretty good. You can tell the car is definitely pretty good. You can see the you can tell that it's been weathered, yeah. You can definitely tell that the trucks have been weathered. Man, I do a great job on my trucks. Whenever I weather my trucks, I do a great job. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And although on camera these two don't appear like they're weathered very much, they are very much so weathered. Let me grab, hang on a second. Okay. I have a few more of these. For instance, I have 3 of these green ones, these green Capital ones. And I think I have 3, yeah, I have 3 Columbus line and 3 P&O or Nelioid, whatever the crap. So there's those 2 together. You can definitely see this one's kind of darker. This one I haven't touched. The one on the car I have. And here is the Columbus line one. You can tell a bit of a difference. I didn't do much to those 2. They definitely look a lot better off camera. And here is the Capital one versus the other Capital one. That, I think, has the most prominent difference. The weathered one looks so much better, and I'm going to do that to a lot more of these in the future. Hang on a second, I got to put them back. So, that's pretty much it for this. If you liked this video and found it interesting and helpful, a like would be very much appreciated. Let's see. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so for twice a week train-related videos. I'll be posting on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but hit that bell icon to turn on notifications because I don't know when on Tuesdays and Thursdays I'll be posting. It'll be kind of random. So this was part 3 of this weathering series. There will in fact be a part 4, so look out for that. And we're gonna go ahead and connect, link this up. Okay, so in part 1, I decided to build a train out of every single one of these things that we've weathered. Unfortunately, the issue is this does not have a spot, therefore it has to be left out. But we have 3 other containers to use. So I think it's alright. And we will each part we've been linking up at the end of the video. We've been linking up the train, making it longer until eventually, actually in the next part, we will actually be able to do a run by. Now, that being said, well, never mind. I'll get to that later. I'll get to that in the next part. Anyway, see you guys next time. And I'm going to go ahead and link this car to the rest of the train.